Hey, what is up, guys? Okay, so welcome to the GritGrind challenge number 2. We're obviously starting on Monday, but I wanted to quickly make a video so that we can just have an idea or some expectations in terms of what to expect for the challenge. We're really looking forward to the next 5 weeks. So the first thing I'm going to say, because this is the most important thing, is we by no means are trying to promote this as a challenge where we say, let's see how much weight we can lose in the next 5 weeks. So yes, our weight due to the weigh-ins is going to be a metric, but we are not trying to go through extreme deprivation and starvation methods to try and see how much weight we can lose, but rather we want to try and educate, provide, and give you tools to be able to make sure that we can create a sustainable journey. So instead of losing as much weight as possible over 5 weeks, we want to try and gain the knowledge, gain the experience, and gain the tools to lose weight on a consistent basis that we could maintain for the next 5 years. And therefore, it's going to stay off. And more importantly, do that as a part of our lifestyle. So we don't have to have major restrictive methods of weight loss, like I can never eat a chocolate again. In fact, we want to kind of go in the opposite direction. So yes, we want to give up sugar and alcohol for the next 35 days, but that's not something we endorse and promote for the rest of your life. I want to live a life of balance. I want to live a life where I train, I can still enjoy my weekends a little bit, maybe with a beer here or there, maybe with a chocolate here or there, but 80 to 90% of the time, I'm training, I'm eating well, and I'm focusing on my diet and my nutrition. And then 10% allows for a little bit of leniency. So that's essentially the focus of the challenge. We're starting on Monday. The next 35 days will work as follows. For the next 35 days, we need to make sure that we complete our tasks. The tasks are obviously listed. I'll list them on this post, in this video as well. Some of them can be challenging, and we've said in the previous challenge as well, if you, let's say it gets really tough at week 3 and you eat something that you potentially shouldn't have eaten, that's not necessarily the end of the world. We want to try and make sure that we can make the most of it. We want to make sure that we can develop that mental toughness and that mental resilience to say, okay, for the next 35 days, I'm going to restrict myself of these things, and then we're going to kind of bring it back in slowly afterwards. But if that does happen, it's not doom and gloom. Okay, we've fallen off the bus, but that's okay. All that we need to do is just pick ourselves back up and make sure that we do better the next day. We can't go from 0 to 100, but we can gain or become 1% better each and every day. And if we do that sustainably, we're going to make overall improvements in our lifestyle. So we are here for support. I encourage you guys to use the group. Please use the group. I know what tends to happen in these challenges is the first few weeks, everyone is amped and motivated, and there's messages on the group and everyone's very excited. And then it starts to die down a little bit. We want to try and encourage you to just make sure that we can keep those levels of motivation high for the full 35 days. And we're going to be here to help you do that. So we are here for your support day and night. If you have any questions, hopefully you don't have too many questions, because we want to kind of provide you with enough resources and knowledge to be able to make sure that you know what to do and what to expect. So each week is going to have a theme. For example, the first theme will be all around movement. And that will then be the theme of the week, and all of our posts and our discussions and our readings for that week will be themed around movement and the importance of movement and why we should move. And the next week, for example, it'll be around nutrition and diet, specifically around protein. And then what we'll do is we'll give you tips and tricks on how to increase your protein and why that's important. So that being said, don't expect that when Monday starts, okay, what do I need to do? What exactly do I need to eat? Obviously, if you went for the meal plan, you'll know. But if you didn't, don't worry. It's not to say that we have to start off perfectly. Just follow the 5 tasks, and then throughout the 5 weeks, we will continuously provide you with continued education, if that makes sense. So by the end of the 5 weeks, we're now at a point where we can say, okay, cool, I've got the knowledge. I can now sustain a healthy lifestyle going forward. Guys, we're looking forward to the next 5 weeks. If you have any questions over the weekend, please shout. Don't hesitate to contact myself or Sean. Again, anytime. We want to make sure that we can give you as much value as possible during the next 5 weeks and make this a very good learning experience and a pleasant, fun challenge. And obviously making sure that we get some good positive results from it as well. Okay, so good luck. We will chat to you over the weekend, and finally just on Sunday night, just with the last bit of information. But we will see you on Monday. And then just one last thing, sorry, for the guys that are on a limited package, you are encouraged, part of your activity is, or part of your tasks is 35 minutes of daily movement. It's important to note that this doesn't have to be rigorous activity. It doesn't mean you have to come to CrossFit now 7 days a week or 6 days a week. You can still come your 3 days a week, and then on the alternate days, you can go for a walk or take your kids for a walk or sit in front of the TV and stretch. The goal behind that is just to encourage movement, just to make sure that we focused on being more mindful about moving more and being more active. So for the guys that are on a limited package, you can also just let me know if you do want to increase your days for the duration of the challenge. You can have an additional 2 days that will allow you to come to the box for some extra sessions if that's something that you want. So just give me a shout. But cool, we'll see you guys on Monday. We'll see you at the box, and again, we'll chat to you over the weekend. Also, we don't want to have the last supper mentality where on Sunday night we have our last cheat and our last big meal. Remember, this is lifestyle, this is sustainable. So let's just keep doing what we're doing over the weekend. And then all we're doing on Monday is we're just trying to seamlessly bring in some additional tasks that we're going to be following. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, please shout.